So in this final introductory video, let's look at the third trigonometric ratio, which is what's called, down here it's called the cosine. It's abbreviated as COS, C-O-S. And it's defined as the adjacent length over the hypotenuse. So let's look at the examples we've used before. Here's our angle. Now actually both sides here are adjacent, but this one up here, the CA, is the hypotenuse, and this one down here, which is adjacent, is called the adjacent. Adjacent just means next to it. You know, like if you sit next to someone at a table, you're adjacent to them. So you take the adjacent length 5, divide it by the hypotenuse length 5.831. You get this, you get 0.8575. So that's the COS ratio for this angle, 30.9638. We can check that on our calculator as before. You type COS key, COS command, type 9638, hit enter, and you get 0.85 something, which matches what we found with the program. Same thing down the bottom, you get the idea. Here the adjacent is 10. The hypotenuse here is 11.66 something. So 10 divided by 11.66 produces 0.875. So that's the cosine ratio. So you have three ratios. You need to learn these, and I'll just turn them back on. So you have the tangent ratio is the opposite over adjacent. You have the sine. Just find the formula for that one. There it is. Opposite over hypotenuse is called the sine, abbreviated as SIN, sine. Some people say sin. Doesn't really worry me what you call it. And in this video we introduce adjacent over hypotenuse, cosine is abbreviated as COS. Now the key concept before we finish is this idea of similar triangles. So if let me just find the ratios. I'll just pause the video for a second. Okay, so I've got all the values back up here. So actually I haven't got the just hang on a second. Okay, this is better. So what I've decided to do is I've actually created two different triangles. So just understand that these ratios depend upon the angle. So up here, this angle is 30.96. So you'll see here, and I'll just come over here, if I press sine and type in 30.9638, we get 0.51 something, which is the sine ratio, that middle one. If I type tan, 30.9638, I get 0.6. That was the first one there. You can see the opposite over the adjacent. And then finally, if I go cos 30.9638, I get 0.8574. So I get this one here. So they're the three ratios for every right angle triangle that has an angle, the angle 30.96. Different triangle, different ratio down here, different angle, and you'll see we get different ratios. So if we go, I'll start off 10 this time. If we go 10, 16.6992, we get this one, 0.3. That's the tan ratio for a triangle that has an angle of 16, a right angle triangle that has an angle of 16.69 something. And you'll do the same for the others. If I go, I'll go sine, 16.6992, get 0.28 something, so that's that one there. And then finally you can check the COS ratio for 16.6992 is 0.9578. Okay, so that's the basic introduction to trig. We've now covered this idea that for right angle triangles, all right angle triangles that have a particular angle, they'll all have the same ratio of the opposite length of the adjacent, which we call the tan ratio. They'll also have the same sine ratio, which is the opposite length over hypotenuse, and they'll also have the same cosine ratio, which is the adjacent over the hypotenuse. In the next videos, we're going to apply this to solve some problems.